Hey, Doppler Jesus. They getting that game in today?
Not sure. The Storms are about to start real soon, so we'll see.
Isn't it through 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
You don't want to miss any games of the Cardinals. They stink. You should be able to rack 2 out of 3 against these bums. Cardinals blow. They're awful. Awful. Sorry, it was just, I know David is always God be God, and I was hoping he was going to be meteorologist.
On the way to the World Series.
Exactly.
To watch.
The playoffs started today.
That was the dumbest thing you've ever sent me. I want to let you know that.
I've sent you dumber.
Well, no, you said dumber pre-show. I can tell you that. David,
okay,
the ticket
that
text.
was well thought out. I just want to let you know.
David, what do the people have to say?
No, I think they are Super Bowl contenders. I really like what Philly did, though. I like their 2 cornerbacks over the Lions' cornerback selections. That is from Mike.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I think you're in a better place than Philly. You have 2 rock star coordinators. They have 2 unknowns. Your head coach is beloved. Theirs might get his ass beat in the locker room at a moment's notice. I feel like you're in a better spot. Now, again, I would also argue their defensive problems were much worse than yours. But yeah, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean versus Terrion Arnold and Rakestraw. None of us know the answer. But man, if you told me the Lions would have had a serve and volley that if the Eagles ended up with Mitchell and DeJean, that I wouldn't necessarily trade my duo for theirs, man, that's a job well done.
See, I don't think anybody thought Rakestraw was going to be sitting right there for the Lions to take. And hey, kudos to Brad for saying, you know what, we may not need it, but let's take him anyway. That truly is best player available.
The Brad Love is a little strong today. The guy isn't draft Jesus. The Manu pick in the 4th round was absurd on its face. 4th round selection. Elite Raz scores for the win. He continues to do this, and he gets guys that we didn't think were going to be there. I also have a problem with Holmes not adding a wide receiver in what was a deep receiver draft. Good luck when ASB or JMO get hurt. Someone says them trading future draft picks tells me they at least are going to tag Goff next offseason.
I mean, let's give it some time, but I really hope that's not the case. You know, they have time now to work on this deal. I told you, let me get to training camp before I really give it another thought.
No, the Lions didn't do enough. They need to address the D-line. A good D-line, in turn, makes your secondary a whole lot better. I would have liked to see a defensive line pick with the 2nd pick instead of Rakestraw. That is from Joe. Just curious, same question for you guys. Since you all criticized the greatest GM ever with his late picks, who was available to start right away? I think he is cooking. Ken from Sanford.
Who criticized anything? You people have a real psychosis.
Greatest GM ever?
Who criticized anything? I freely admit I don't know who the hell this kid from Canada is. I just got done saying you made the moves necessary to win a Super Bowl. What?
Because you didn't say you loved all the picks.
I don't know the pick.
And
I don't know who he is.
No, and
he could be a Mountie. He could literally be Bullwinkle.
Dudley
I
Do-Right.
don't know who he is. I can't rip it. I don't know it.
My only thing was you gave up a 3rd and a 4th round pick for these guys next year. You made 2 deals this year based off of trading a 3rd round pick. That's how valuable it is. It's not there next year. So if there's somebody you want to move up to go get, you can't. It's not there. It's not available.
But in that sense, I like that they drew a line in the sand.
And I said they went all in and said, we have a team that we think can win this all right now. And you know what happens if you win it all right now? No one cares about the 3rd and 4th round pick next season.
Right. And again, I don't think it's disrespectful to call the kid out of British Columbia a developmental prospect. That the idea would be he could play right tackle in 2 years when Taylor Decker's not on this team and when Penei Sewell goes to left. I don't think that's crazy to suggest. Well, what conference do you play in the University of British Columbia? I wouldn't know. It's probably a huge leap to think he'll be ready to play this year in any capacity. Now, if that means that's criticism, well, then you know what? Pound sand.
Ontario, Vancouver.
I have no idea. And that's where I can't criticize it. But me saying, look, he's probably a developmental prospect. Oh, you mean dealing in reality is criticism? Okay. I'm going to go to DJ 97.1. DJ, how are you?
Hello, Michael Valenti.
DJ.
Rico here.
What's going on, DJ?
I'm done with, I'm letting you guys know I've officially abandoned What Up, Though. I've heard it so much over this weekend from everybody who stepped up to that podium. I don't ever want to use it again.
I would like to agree with you on something. No, time out. DJ, we have to have a conversation now. I had the same reaction, and I started to get upset when a rep, hey, I'm some broken down old player from the Bengals. What up, though? And I'm like, stop.
Absolutely.
See,
enough.
Here's what I would say. It was genuine and it was authentic with you. It wasn't forced. Everybody who got up there had to show how they had some roots from Detroit. I mean, even up to Big Gretch. I got to put on my buffs. Like, guys, you're trying too hard, okay? Just get up there and give the pick. That's it.
Exactly.
So, no, DJ.
I was over it.
No. Here's what I need you to do. Take about a month. But you, my friend, you were saying it when nobody else was saying it. It's yours. You own it. Don't let them run you away from it.
Yeah, it's a Detroit thing. Like, even Spice Adams, I get it. Big Spice is a king, dude. Like, it's our thing. Like you said, everybody else up there, it's like, come on, man. I was over.
Right, but I'm like, Big Spice, I don't need you. We got to show you how to boss up. Spice, make the pick.
Yeah,
Just make the pick.
I agree. So Michael, I'm going to give you some decorum, man. 'Cause don't let these people, I'm going to talk with a little decorum. I'm going to keep it cool. Listen, though, this is where I'm at, dog. We need to get used to this. Brad, this is what he does. He did it with the Broderick Martin kid last year in the third round. What he's doing is what it looks like he's going to do going forward. If I see a guy that's on my board, I done did my process, he got a high RAS score, blah, 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 I'm going to bring him to develop him later on down the line. Now, to answer your first direct question, which a lot of people don't do because they be me, and talk about what they want to talk about, and they don't even talk about your direct question. Your direct question was, did we do enough to win a Super Bowl? I think really more so, in my personal opinion, man, I think we already were Super Bowl contenders last year. I think we still are. I don't think that this draft put me personally over the top. I still need that edge rusher. If we make a trade for a premier edge rusher during the season, I'm like 100% we winning that thing. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, now, and again, DJ, what Rico brought up, I hate to spoil the bubble bath, but when you give up a third and fourth round pick, now when you get to week 6 of next season, it becomes it can be a bit injurious if you're going to now deal a second round pick to acquire a player. You could enter the draft with 3 total picks and no picks in the middle rounds. That's a hard choice to make. So
Absolutely.
I think that's the only. No, DJ, you're good. It's just that's the only thing. Rico, I mean, I'm not speaking for you.
No, you're not. Because, you needed those picks. I mean, even just the trades you made on draft day. But, yeah, DJ, I'm with you. I've been screaming, go get an edge rusher, go get somebody. And it almost feels like the more I say this, the more they want to show me we don't need one. Trust us. Trust the process. We'll get this thing done. So, Mekhi Wingo probably ain't the guy. Nice guy, but he's not going to be the difference maker.
Hey, Money Mike, going forward for the rest of your show, as people calls in, advise them or suggested to them to go look at Brad Holmes' press conference. He clearly said on the press conference, I took Giovanni with the intensive purposes of developing him for later.
Thank you.
The GM said that.
I know.
He said it.
But it doesn't matter because if you say it, you're the devil. DJ, we're living in idiocracy. You take a kid out of University of British Columbia. That is not a win now pick. It's the same as the Hendon Hooker thing. If I have one critique, it is that now back-to-back seasons in a win-now window, you have drafted developmental, wait and see. It's the equivalent of an NBA team in a title drive drafting a Euro stash. It is. Hendon Hooker will never play here.
I didn't even think about that. But, you're right. That
Broderick Martin, developmental. This kid, Giovanni Manu, or whatever his name is, developmental.
Because here's the thing. Late in the season, injuries happen. That third-round selection may not have been a starter. Could have been depth that you could have put into the lineup to keep this thing going.
Could your third-round pick last year, instead of Hendon Hooker, been a corner who maybe makes the difference in your season?
Hey, he catches that pass. That's an interception.
Whatever. The point is,
You're headed
now
to the Super Bowl.
you used a couple of picks here, which are fine. I understand what they're doing. Vaki, I know. I'm not sure how he fits here beyond the special teams demon stuff.
But think about it, Mike. Let's just say they took a defensive edge rusher that could have actually played so that when Houston goes down for like the second half of the season,
right,
could have plugged him in here. We never would have had the chair drop, but you would have had somebody right there.
And look,
Hendon Hooker was never going to help you.
If this kid develops into your starting right tackle in the fall of 2025 and he's anything above average as a player, it's a good pick. But you paid dearly to do it. You moved up a couple times in this draft with capital that you could have used in week 6, 7, 8 of the NFL to make more impactful deals. I mean, when you start thinking about a third-round pick can net you, I know people here hate him, Chase Young. Well, that's not going to be available to you. So it's okay to say, geez, that this is risky. But I like that with the top picks, Arnold's going to start. Rakestraw's going to play a ton. And I think you got better. I do. But yeah, I think the middle stuff's a little scary. Of course I do.